So far we've looked at the Image tab, the Layout tab, and the Backgrounds tab. I'd like to look also at the Frames tab. Frames allow you to change what the frame around your image is going to look like. So let's say we have this design, but I don't really care for the yellowish look. I might maybe want something more bluish to purple. And notice it changes all of the ones on the page. Maybe I want something more reddish over here to kind of blend in with what's going on in the background. The choices are totally up to you. All of these things again are made available for you, and all you have to do is come down here and say, oh, I think I'd like to see something different here, and that's what I'll include. So that's how you change your frames. So next we'll move on to stickers, which are interesting little add-ons. You may have remember seeing the leaves from the earlier page. That's where these came from. Let's say that I know I'm going to have a picture here of two lovebirds from maybe a pep rally or something. I can put that there. I can resize it to make it larger, or resize it and make it smaller, and maybe I'll put it down here in this corner. And for that picture, we took a frame away from something earlier. You could add those back from here. You could add in a smiley face because you happen to like this person that you intend to include over here. And all this can be done at any point in the process. You don't have to do it before you add your images. You can do it anywhere you like. So these are stickers, and there's many of them here that you can look through as you go through your process. Finally, the last tab down here is the covers. You can choose to change your book cover if you like. I'm not going to do that now, but it's available if you want to change your cover. So that's that. Let me go back to my images, and we've looked at the page options, the editing palette, the text options, as well as all of the tabs that are available, and looked at how they interface. But let's get to the fun part, and I'll go back to the, save my changes there, to the first page, and we're going to add a picture. Probably find an image that is, since this is going to be seen through the cover, maybe a little more entertaining. That looks fun, so I'll add that image there, and we are good to go. You can click there when you're done. I'd like to point one thing out though. You'll note that I have a warning sign here in the upper left hand corner. It says this image may print with poor quality and at the current dimensions, or at the current dimensions. The problem is, and the good thing that's going on here is that Jostens will warn you if the image that you've chosen for that particular spot is not of a high enough quality to publish. They will publish it, but you're being warned here that it may not look good. The reason in this case is because I chose some low resolution images for this demonstration, and so I will likely get this on most of my images that I place. That's okay. I just want you to be aware that that is a warning, that they're letting you know that you might need a higher resolution image for that particular frame. So that's what I'm going to put there. I'll move forward, save my changes. Notice they do a good job of making sure you save as you go along the way. And one thing I'd like to stress to you is that if you have an image that is largely horizontal or one that's largely vertical, that you pick images that are also naturally of that shape. For example, in this case I've got one that's strongly horizontal, so I probably need to find an image that matches that the interest level goes across the page, and this one might work there because we've got 3 people, and you'll see that that fits okay there. And notice I didn't get a warning sign because this is a small image, yet it fits fine when we won't have any publishing problems. So a strongly horizontal picture goes with a strongly horizontal frame. A more vertical picture, I would probably want to find a more vertical frame where the subject matter is of interest. Note, as I mentioned earlier, there's an image quality error. If it's not going to work at all in that spot, they won't let you put it there. So you'll say okay, and you'll try to find another image. The problem is I'm probably not going to be able to find one that is of high enough quality to add. Oh, that one worked. Once you've placed it in there, you notice that you can move it around. I'll click there when it's done, and there we go. and you can go through your book adding images all along the way, adjusting them as you like, zooming in and out when that's possible, moving it right or left or up or down until you're happy with it, and you build the book. You go through the process of doing that. And we'll stop here for this segment, and the next stage is to buy your book. But before we do that, I'd like to point out one final thing. There's text available to change throughout the book, of course. You can delete the text if you don't want any, and all you have to do is double click to add it. You double click and it will select everything, and you can type in whatever you like. And there you have it. So, to build a book, you simply drag your images in, add your stickers, change your backgrounds, adjust your frames. Whatever you want to do, you have control of, and you can do it at this stage of the book. And when you're done, you go to your next step, which is to buy your book.